What's going on, NBA fans? Back at it here with another video on Review Preview Sports. We appreciate you all tuning in. If you like what you watch, if you want to check out some more of our content, make sure to check us out on all of our social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, at Review Preview Sports. We also have a TikTok account as well. Now, ripping through these NBA free agency videos, and I want to talk about my Milwaukee Bucks and what they've done this offseason, because we all know that the Bucks really disappointed in this year's NBA playoffs after winning the most games in the regular season. The Bucks lost in the first round in 5 or 6 games to the Miami Heat. It was so long ago, I have trouble remembering how many games it was. I think the Bucks only won one, possibly only one game if I'm not mistaken, but the Bucks have had a lot of work to do in the offseason, and I want to talk about some of the additions this team has made. First and foremost, Milwaukee brought back Chris Middleton on a huge deal. They re-signed him to a 3-year contract. I'm very excited about it. This was the guy most likely to return for Milwaukee. That was an unrestricted free agent. We all know Chris Middleton opted out of the final year of his deal to take less money. So I'm really excited to see Middleton back. We know Middleton has had some injury issues over the past couple of years. He's a prolific scorer, excellent complementary piece to Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he needs to be better on defense. He needs to be better rebounding the basketball, fewer turnovers, less shots, making smart plays. You know, it's one thing if you're shooting 20 for 25 or 16 for 24, but Middleton often, his stat line is 6 for 20 and then 8 or 9 from the free throw line. I mean, that's not going to cut it. He has to shoot the ball at a much higher percentage in big-time games next season, especially in the playoffs. We know there was a lot of pressure on him due to Giannis's injury that really derailed the series for the Bucks. Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite players on the team. Splash Mountain is back on a 2-year, $48 million deal. Before this season, I was not sure if I wanted Brook Lopez back on the Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm being honest with you. Putting my likes for him aside, he just wasn't scoring like he used to. He was having some injury issues, but now, this year, he revived his career. He extended his career as an NBA starting center. He's one of the best centers in the NBA. I still think he's top 7 to 8 in the center category in the entire National Basketball Association. He's an elite 3-and-D center who is outstanding at pick-and-roll defense. He always has been. Just one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the league. I mean, you can watch the tape for yourself. The Bucks had Bobby Portis, but Portis is not Brook Lopez. Portis can contribute more offensively at times, but Lopez's defense and rebounding is what makes him so valuable. All due respect, Bobby Portis can rebound the ball and score, but he can't defend like the way Brook Lopez can. I mean, Brook Lopez had some, high 20, 30-point games this season that brought you Brooklyn Nets memories, right? So I'm very excited to see the Mr. Reliable, consistent both ways, Brook Lopez back with the Bucks in 2023 and 2024. The Bucks also brought back Brook's brother, Robin Lopez, on a 1-year deal, which was interesting. This likely means Myers Leonard won't come back. Myers Leonard was signed to a couple of 10-day contracts before getting signed for the rest of the season. I think Robin is definitely an upgrade over Myers in a couple of categories, specifically defensively and rebounding. Myers is a great scorer. I love the guy, but Myers is somewhat of a liability on defense, and he didn't get much minutes to begin with. The Bucks also signed Drew Timme to the Summer League team, and he had a pretty impressive Summer League. So I would expect Drew Timme to possibly take Myers Leonard's spot on the roster if it doesn't go to Robin Lopez. If not, I could see Drew Timme signing a 2-way deal or being part of that 15-man roster. Other stuff, the Bucks re-signed Jay Crowder. This is a guy who a lot of people had returning to the Miami Heat, but we all know Crowder was not happy with his situation in Phoenix. He sat out nearly all of last season, In 18 games with the Bucks, Crowder averaged 7 points, 43.6% from deep. He's still just 33 years old, very strong defense, extensive postseason experience. So he's kind of like their new version of PJ Tucker. You know, Crowder started for the Suns in the NBA Finals in 2021 against Milwaukee, and it was somewhat frustrating at times for the Bucks going up against him. Obviously, they trailed that series 2-0, but I'll tell you, having Jay Crowder back is awesome. I'm very excited. The Bucks also signed free agent guard Malik Beasley to a one-year deal. He is a shooter. They lost Javon Carter to the Bulls. They lost Joe Ingles to the Orlando Magic. So upset about Ingles leaving because I feel like we didn't get to see enough of him because he was hurt for a good part of the season. But Beasley is a guy who is still good at the NBA level. He fell out of the Lakers rotation in the playoffs. He declined his $16.5 million, or the Lakers declined his $16.5 million player option. He's 26 years old. He played in all 82 games last year and led the NBA in three-pointers made off the bench. Last season for the Jazz and the Lakers, he averaged nearly 13 points per game. So this is a guy that could really contribute off the bench for Milwaukee, strengthen that second unit. I think he's a richer version of Javon Carter. I would like to see Beasley pass the ball a little more and rebound if he's going to be a consistent part of Milwaukee's second unit, because right now the backup point guard spot is the problem. Beasley, in my opinion, he's not so much of a point guard, but he can play the position if you asked him to. So I'm intrigued to see what happens there. Last move that I want to talk about is AJ Green signing a 2-year contract with 1 year fully guaranteed. The guy was lights out in the summer league. He got promoted to a full-time roster spot. So now one of the Bucks' 2A spots was open. Limited to 50 games last year on his 2A deal. He spent some time with the Wisconsin Herd as well. But I'm happy AJ Green is back with Milwaukee. He's another shooter. You know, quite frankly, I'm happy that the Bucks are in another position to extend their championship window, keeping the band together, because it would have gotten a little concerning if they didn't bring back Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton, because Giannis could have possibly requested a trade. And I'm not so sure if Adrian Griffin, the new head coach, would have fought to keep him in Milwaukee. You know, he probably would have demanded insane return, but I'm glad Giannis, who signed the max extension a year or two ago now, is here. Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton are back. Drew Holiday is still here. And there's a lot to be excited for if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan heading into the 23-24 season. Folks, if you like what you watch, make sure to check us out on all of our social media platforms on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Review and Preview, along with our TikTok account and Facebook page at Review and Preview Sports. We love all our fans. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for notifications. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, I will catch you all on the next video.